No dilly-dallying, let's jump into it. Disney now owns Star Wars. They own LucasArts, which obviously is Star Wars. This is a problem. This is a big deal to me. Not to everybody, but to me and other hardcore Star Wars fans. There's three types of fans for Star Wars. You have the non-fans, people who don't watch Star Wars, have never watched it, could maybe tell you that Darth Vader is Luke's father, but that's it. To them, their argument might be, hey, Disney made The Avengers was a great movie, so this is obviously a good thing. Category number 2 is going to be your general Star Wars fan, the fan who, you know, has seen the movies, who likes them, may or may not like episodes 1, 2, or 3, that's a whole nother discussion, and maybe have played some video games. But that's really where it ends, and they really don't know anything outside of those, and they don't know anything about the actual Star Wars universe and the canon of Star Wars and the storylines that go beyond those movies. Finally, we get to me. You get to the hardcore, dedicated Star Wars fan. When I look back on my life and I say, what things defined my life? What things made my life kind of complete as I was growing up? Star Wars is pretty much like number one. Outside family, of course. Star Wars is going to be right there. Which brings me to my point. And my point is the canon of Star Wars. The story of Star Wars. One of the biggest arguments that I can see here is the Marvel versus Star Wars, and let's just go ahead and get that out of the way. The difference between Marvel and Star Wars universes is that Marvel recreates itself. There is not one story. There's multiple stories, multiple origins. There's zombies, there's wars, there's, you know, the characters are depicted in different ways. However, Star Wars, that is not the case. Star Wars, there is one story going all the way back to the very beginning, which is it's a comic that just started, all the way for like hundreds of thousands of years. One story, no contradictions, nothing else. There is one canon. From the perspective of being able to create your own story in Marvel and it be perfectly fine, but in Star Wars there is a story in place, I feel Disney is going to ruin Star Wars. Disney's track record of getting things correct is not very good, and Disney is known to add its own twist and changes. I would like to make a quick comparison to nerdy non-Star Wars fans. Let's say the Harry Potter world was not only the first 7 years, but there had been thousands of years written in the Harry Potter world. So you have this entire history of Harry Potter written out and planned, and then somebody comes in and decides to make more movies, but they have the history of changing things. Harry had, laser removal, so he no longer has a scar, he wears contacts, and maybe he's, he acts a little bit differently. Potterheads would flip. They would go nuts. And at the end of the day, this is Disney's track record. Disney's track record is to take something and change it to make it theirs and put it out. For something like Marvel, that works. For Star Wars, it doesn't because it's already made. You can't change what it is. And when they change it, that's when they ruin it. To the non-hardcore fans, this might be trivial. Like, who cares, right? But to the hardcore fan who already knows and believes in a process and a story, that is ruining the story. Also, no hardcore fans will ever say, I have to have a new movie. We're happy. Leave it alone. I'll leave a link down below to like the interview with Kathy and George, where the joke is made of, oh, now you can watch it and sit back and blog about the mistakes that we're making. So that means they're already joking about the fact that they're gonna fuck it up. This saddens me to my core because this is a crucial part of my upbringing, and I don't think I could be more disappointed in anything that George Lucas has done. Even though this chocolate was meant for a video I'm making tomorrow, I have to eat it now because like I need something. I need something to cheer me up. And chocolate is that thing. Guys, I will see you tomorrow. Say have a good day, but it's not possible.